Hello, I'm Guillaume Cabane. I'm the VP of Growth at Drift. And today I'm going to talk to you about inbound automation. So inbound automation is something I've been practicing for the past 4 to 5 years now. And the main principle that I'm going to talk about is how can we optimize the yield revenue when people are coming to us and expressing intent. And that's something that's really important. These visitors are coming to your website, to my website, and they are expressing intent by coming to the website. Now, the problem is that in those visitors, there's a ton of different profiles and types. There's some that are very valuable and some that are not valuable at all. So the second step that we got to figure out is the fit. Right? Which is basically you can think as your personas or your targets, right? And which is like within those 100, 1,000, 10,000 people that came today, who do you want to talk to? Which ones do you want to engage? Which ones do you want to spend time with, to invest on? Probably like a small percentage. So the intent first, they are expressing intent, that's good, they're coming to you. Then the target. Now 3, how do we make sense of that? How do we optimize? The third part in that big principle, and then I'm going to dive into how we do it, is the message, the personalization. And personalizing the message really is going to help you improve the conversion rate. It's going to make that message more relevant for that user, that specific user for their company. Okay, before we go further, let's dive into how you do that. So when they come and they express intent, what you do is you capture the IP address. Right? And the IP address is going to give you through an enrichment vendor. In our case here we use Clibit, and Clibit is one of the native integrations at Drift. So this is going to ping Clibit. And it's going to return the domain. Right, so we're going to know like companydomain.com, right? And once we have the domain, we're going to get a lot of data on the company. So we're going to know everything from the employee count to the funding of the company to stuff like which technologies do they use, that tech stack. And all of that is really helpful because it tells us a lot about the company, who they are, and are they a good fit for our product. And we now are on the second part. How do we know if they're a good fit? Well, once you do that, you can actually retroactively build a lead scoring model that is based on your past conversions. So you can apply your past 12 months of conversions in your lead scoring model. In our case, we actually ping a third-party vendor, which is also integrated in Drift. That's nifty, which is called MadKudu. Right? And so we use MadKudu, who's like a lead scoring vendor, to give us the score for that company based on our past conversions, right? And so they get the domain, right? They get the company traits, and in return, they're going to give us the score, which ranges from very good down to low. And once you know that this still anonymous visitor has intent, because they're coming to your website, and has a high score, now you want to invest time. Now you want to invest money. You want to maximize your chances to convert them, right? And so, you're going to want to create a personalized message. You know what's the good thing about that is, you already know a lot about them. Right? About that company, and you know which page they're visiting, which means you can create a playbook that is going to be relevant to what they're doing right now and to who they are, right? So you can personalize with Jinja, we support Jinja templates, the message, and you can trigger that message to be delivered only to the people that have the set of scores, like good and very good, the top 10% of those visitors. And so now we're already solving the problem I talked about earlier, which is how do I engage my most profitable visitors? And so what you do here is once you have the score, you trigger the playbook. You can call it, for example, like the high value, the HV playbook. And again, that's all native integrations, nothing crazy, nothing fancy for the moment. You're going to use that data, again, that, to create the place, to create the message, right? And deliver a personalized message, right, to the user. And boom, now you're already engaging your visitor with a very personalized message. And all that success. So that is how you can automate the engagement of high-value visitors with a personalized message based on nothing else but the fact that they're coming to your website and their IP address. And that's it. That's one strategy.